Hey, superstar. We just finished up one call. We're jumping on another one. How you doing? Miss Tate?
Hey, hey.
How you holding up?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
I am absolutely incredible. We've got people jumping on. We just finished out a call, so we're jumping on another one. We're going back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back. Meech Gonzalez in the house. Miss O'Leary in the house. What's up, everybody? Oh, folks are now joining up. We went a little bit, Meech, are you there? Trick, Sunyata, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, how you holding up?
Good, thank you for having us on. My team should be jumping on here in a second.
Perfect. Sunyata, I'll turn it over to you. Let me drink some coffee. I just finished off an opportunity call, so I'm going back to back. I got another call after this, so we're going back to back today.
Yes, sir. I am here ready to rock and roll. All right. Well, good evening. This is Sunyata Ferguson, Emerald Leader here out of the Grand Prairie, Texas area. I want to welcome each and every one of you into this evening's edition of our Mastermind call. So if you just jumped on and you haven't gotten a chance to do so, please take a second and tell us your name and where you're calling in from. Most of you are muted, but you can unmute yourself and just announce where you're calling in from.
I'm calling in from Delaware.
Welcome, Delaware. Welcome. Who else we got on the line so far? Now, remember, we're a few minutes early, so take this time to not only announce where you're calling in from, but I would highly recommend that you send out any last-minute text messages, DMs, whatever mode, send out a carrier pigeon, whatever mode of communication you want to send out, because I promise you the information that you're going to hear tonight is not only going to impact your business, it's going to impact your life. So if you just joined us and you haven't had an opportunity to do so, please go ahead and state your name and where you're calling in from.
Hey, this is CEO from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee in the house. Welcome.
Thank
Who
you.
else got on the line so far?
Coach Juarez and Vivian White, Rocheron, Texas. How you doing?
Rocheron, Texas. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. White. Who else we got on the line so far? While you're getting settled in, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and make sure you get a paper and pen, take some copious notes, because a lot of times when we try to remember stuff, we don't. But if you write it down, I promise you have access to it later. Again, this is Sunyata Ferguson, Emerald Leader here out of Grand Prairie, Texas, along with my beautiful bride, Mrs. Pamela Ferguson. And I want to welcome everyone to this evening's edition of our Mastermind call. So if you haven't already taken a second, please go ahead and state your name and where you're calling in from. You guys can still unmute so you can announce yourself. And don't forget, send out those last-minute reminders to your team as well. Who else we got on the line so far? Go ahead and state your name and where you're calling in from. Everybody's shy tonight. What's going on? I can see y'all, but nobody's talking. No worries. Welcome. In fact, I want to challenge those of you that don't have your cameras on yet. I want to challenge you to also do that, right? Because part of leading is also sometimes being seen. And some of the information that you're going to receive tonight, I promise you our speaker is going to challenge all of you to turn your camera on, because he likes the feedback. He likes the energy. He likes to interact with us when we're talking. So if you haven't already done so, please state your name and where you're calling in from.
Meech Gonzalez tuning in from California.
California, hey, welcome. Who else we got on the line? Yeah. Welcome, Mrs. Ferguson. Yeah, my wife plays too much. Who else we got on the line?
David Winters from Stafford, Texas.
Welcome. Texas in the building. Welcome. Who else we got on the line?
Jackie from Virginia.
Hey, welcome, Virginia. Welcome. Who else we got on the line? Don't forget, send out those last-minute reminders. We want to make sure everybody gets access to hearing this information tonight. Who else we got on the line? It is 8:01. We're going to take about 30 more seconds of introductions, and then we're going to get this show on the road. If you've just joined us, go ahead and send out those last-minute reminders to your entire organization. Make sure you have pen and paper handy. Make sure you're in a quiet spot, no distractions, because you definitely don't want to miss what's going to be shared tonight. But if you join us and you haven't already done so, state your name and where you're calling in from. All right. Well, hey, I see I have 8:01, almost 8:02. I am going to get this show on the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I stated before, my name is Cindy out of Ferguson, Emerald Leader here with It Works Global, based out of Grand Prairie, Texas, along with my beautiful wife, Mrs. Pamela Ferguson. And tonight I have the honor of not only hosting, but welcoming each and every one of you to our weekly mastermind session where, you know, it's like a cell phone, right? You use it, and then you have to plug it back in to get what it needs to continue operating at peak performance. And that's what this mastermind is about. Every single Monday night here at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we plug back into this call so that we can get recharged to go out and do that which it is we are called to do. So without further ado, I want to take a second to introduce to some and present to others a gentleman that I've had the pleasure of knowing for quite some time. In fact, this gentleman has been in the home-based business profession for about 16 years. He's been featured in Success from Home magazine, Networker magazine. He's an author, a transformational teacher, voted top 50 Black professionals and entrepreneurs in tech. He has built combined organizations of more than 45,000+ people across, now hear me, across 23 countries, such as Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Canada, South Africa, Nigeria, the United Kingdom. His organizations have generated tens of millions. So suffice it to say, he has the information. He is amongst the top 13 income earners in a previous opportunity that we were part of. This gentleman has built organizations that have generated billions in sales. And to top it all off, he became a millionaire by the age of 30. Now, Mr. Wilkins is currently a presidential diamond here with our company, It Works Global. And the reason I say it that way is because I know we have guests that sometimes chime in from other companies. But again, the information is transferable and it's truth. So it's going to value no matter where you are. And what's significant about him being a presidential diamond here is that him and his lovely wife and this amazing organization that we're a part of did it in record time. In actually 60 days, the fastest to do it in his company. But with all these accolades and with all these great things that he's done, his most significant accomplishments are being the husband to the amazing Mrs. Portia Wilkins, and of course, father to two amazing children, Princess Chandler Wilkins, and of course, the prince himself, Mr. Aiden Wilkins. But without further ado, I want to get out of the way and invite onto the line my brother, my friend, my senior business partner, Mr. JARROD Wilkins. Are you on the line, sir?
Absolutely, I am here, sir. Can you hear me? Can you guys see me?
Can hear you, see you loud.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the call. I see many of you are tuned in. I know we didn't send out put up a post about the call, so I've been getting DMs and messages saying, "Hey, is the call still on?" Or I know it's holiday season. Are you still rocking and rolling? I can tell you, we're rocking and rolling. Do me a favor, two things before we get started. Those of you that are not on camera, meaning you don't have your camera on, turn your camera on with your hair rollers and everything else. It doesn't matter. I need to see you. I need to feel you tonight for tonight's session. For those of you who have not sent out a message to your teams or whatever it is about tonight's session, I would highly recommend you do that. We're going to go into session 2 of a 4-part series that we're doing on our system. And so we're going to really be talking about that. So good to see you guys out there tonight. I see Mr. Tracy Fisher is in the house, Triple Diamond in the house. I see Courtney and John Benson. There go my friends. Look at you. I see you out there. Panya is out there. I see Nia. I see you all the way in the Philippines is in the house. Jacqueline, I see you. All right, Meech, I see you. Okay, I see some. Oh, great. Awesome. Do me a favor. Come on camera. I want to see you guys. I want to feel y'all. I want this to be a lot more interactive tonight. really, because you know what? I have missed live events. Oh my God. How many of you have really missed our live events, man? I miss hugging people and sitting up there and being in the rooms with everybody. But I cannot wait to get around to doing that again. And I know it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. How you guys feeling? Y'all all right? Y'all light up the comments. Come on into the chat. Come on into the chat. We got to make sure we're interactive tonight. Come on into the chat. How you guys feeling? Hopefully all is well. I know we've got a lot of great things happening. How many of you were on the family call? Hey, Tony, I see you in the house. How many of you all were on the family call last night? You heard some great things that are coming down the pike. Hey, Michelle, I see you. Hey, Sally. There's some great things coming down the pike. Nicole, I see you in the house. I'm calling everybody I see that's on camera. If you're not on camera, you're not with us. You are against us. Now, but anyway, we're really excited about everything that's going on. Obviously, it's just been an incredible year with all types of things that have happened. I mean, can y'all believe that many cities shut down? I mean, who would have ever thought? They told us, don't even come to work, sit down at home. I mean, it's all types of things that have happened in the year of our Lord 2020, but I'm glad we are all still here, right? I am glad we're all here. You know, one of the things I want to talk about tonight, I know it's 8:07, 9:07 Eastern, 8:07 Central. Let's talk about the system. Last week, we started on our session dealing with the system. Now, there are three parts to our system, because remember, good companies are people dependent, great companies are system dependent. Write that down, please. Good companies are people dependent, great companies are system dependent. And we talked about last night in our introductory that there are different systems out there. There are online systems that people use. Everybody knows about the host-to-post system. Some people know about different ad campaigns that folks run, and they've got a marketing budget to do things when it comes to social media, whether it be Facebook or Instagram and YouTube. There are different strategies and systems out there. So in our first session, we talked a little bit about those things and how we embrace all of the systems. We also talked about the system of what we do and how we've strategized of how we have grown our businesses around the world. And I want to talk to you about the three parts of our system tonight. We're going to pick up part 2 of our 4-step system, but I want to give you the psychology behind our system a little bit tonight as well. You know, one of the things that you need to know is we've got a recruiting system. Okay, write that down. There is a recruiting system. There are 3 parts to our system. Any system you utilize, you've got to make sure that a part of it has a recruiting component. Why? Nothing happens in our business until a recruit is made. That could be a customer recruited or a distributor recruited. Okay? It can be a customer recruited or distributed. No money is paid, no commissions are paid, no bonuses are paid, no lives are impacted or changed until a recruit is made. This has been going on since the beginning of time. The greatest networker of them all showed up 2,000 years ago, and after he declared his mission, he went out and started doing some what? Recruiting. He recruited 12, so he had 12 legs of business, right? And through that, even to this day, there are meetings going on every single week for his organization. There are online meetings, there are Facebook meetings, there's Zoom meetings, there's all. Why? Because what he did is he recruited 12 people and he taught those 12 people what to do. So the first phase of our system, Sally, is our recruiting system. Jacqueline, the second part of our system, Courtney, is our retaining system. Retaining system. So you recruit and you retain. Okay? We talk about this all of the time, Stephanie. I'm not one of those people that wants to recruit 100 or 40, 50, 60, 100 people a month. No, that's not me. I'm not against it. I'm just telling you that's not how I've gone to grow a business. Okay? So there's the recruiting system. There is the retaining system. Now, the recruiting system is how you get them in. Write this down. Your job, your goal as a leader is to get them in to keep them in, and to move them along. Okay? Y'all with me? We get them in. Come on, come on. We get them in, we keep them in, and we move them along. Carol Fleming, I don't see you. Felicia Martin, I don't see you. Deborah, I don't see you. Morgan, I don't see you. I need to see you. Come on, come on. Nick's hair, I need to see you. All right, get them in, keep them in, move them along. So the recruiting system, what do you do to recruit? Do you have presentations that are going on, in-home presentations? Do you have online presentations? Is there a website that you send people to? What do you do to recruit people? We're going to talk about that tonight. Retain them. How do I keep them in? How many of us are tired of you recruit 10 and 200 quit? Or you recruit 2 and 20 quit, right? So here's what happens. Courtney, when we don't have a retaining system, we're not building a business, we're replacing business. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Like, it seems like you're on a hamster wheel every month. You're trying to replace, oh my God, I'm tired. And what happens is people get burnt out. Carissa, you know what I'm talking about? That's how people get burned out, because you don't have a system of retention. So the key is you got to have a recruiting system. How do I retain them? Remember, write this down. People come for the money, but they stay for the relationships. Now, I don't want to give you a license, because I know how y'all do. Oh, he said relationships. We ain't going to do no recruiting. We just going to relationship ourselves. So here you go. All day, every day, you're relationshiping. You're hanging out. You're drinking Mai Tais. You're drinking your skinny coffee. And you're doing all this relationship, but ain't no volume going in the system. That is not what I'm talking about. Okay? There's times for that. There's times for you to be at the corporate, maybe maybe at the 5,000 acre ranch. We've done things like that. Wayman Patterson, I see you out there. Celeste Brown, I don't see y'all on. Come on, I need to see y'all. Come on, people. Stephen, I see you. Come on onto the screen. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, Patricia, how are you? Carol, I see you. Okay. All right. Nia, where you at? All right. So recruit, retain. A part of the retention is relationship building. I can tell you one of my favorite things to do in relationship building is build a relationship while I'm building the business. Oh, there's nothing like it. Do you understand the types of relationships you build with people when you're running together? The people that I talk to the most are the ones that are running with me. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Remember, we're talking about the system tonight. I'm giving you, John, the psychology, how I think through our system. See, if I can show you not what to think, but if I can show you and I can teach you how to think through your business, I promise you it'll multiply your results. Because here's what a lot of people do. They do, David Winters, they use addition in a system that's designed to multiply. So I recruit. There's a recruiting system. There's a retention system, which has to do with building relationships. A part of our retention system is this Monday call. I got a text, and it was so powerful today, from a young lady that's not even a part of our team, but she's a part of our family. She says, you have no idea how much value my team has taken from your Zooms. Truly appreciate you opening them up to sidelines. Why did we do? It's retention. There's a common ground, a common place every single week. I know me and Courtney talked about this too. Said, man, that's amazing. Every single week there's something we can, of course. And it's not always me doing the training. We have other leaders. You have other top ambassadors and whatnot that are here. Matter of fact, this obviously I budgeted time for the next 4 sessions because I want to teach on the system. But a part of our system, a part of retention is making sure that we have our mastermind. This is a part of the system. It's not the system. It's a part of the retention system. So I can always look and see when people are quitting, I know they're not plugged into the what? System. If you're not seeing your leaders, you're not seeing those that they're not on the master. Oh, they're not in. No, they're not going to be retained. See, here's what happens. Here's what happens. When your team is not plugged into retention, watch this. They lose their attention. If there's no retention, you lose their attention. Are you listening to me? So we've set this up. If you look at the design of everything, we've set it up for you to be able to get them in, keep them in, and here's to move them along, the replicating system. Right? So we've got a recruiting system, we've got a retention system, and we've got a replicating system. Whenever you're looking at a system that a leader has, if it doesn't have those three components to it, it is a flawed system. How many of you know that there are other places that probably make a better hamburger than McDonald's? By show of hands. How many of you know McDonald's does not have the best tasting hamburgers in the world? How come they outsell everybody 10-1?
Yep.
You know why? They've got a better what? System. Jared, prove it. Okay. You notice when you go into McDonald's, you don't have someone with a master's degree. You don't have someone with a doctorate degree flipping burgers and fries, do you? Their system is so solid. Their system is so secure that, listen, they have teenagers running the company. When you go into McDonald's, it's teenagers, it's young people on the fries, on the shakes. And watch this, no matter what McDonald's you go to in the world, all of them, the golden arches are what? Golden. Have you noticed that? All of the arches look the same. When you walk into a McDonald's, how many of you notice that the fry, I don't know what they put in their French fries. I don't even know if they're from France. I don't even know if those are potatoes. I doubt they're potatoes. You doubt they're potatoes too, because how many of you dropped the McDonald's fry, forgot about it, and came back a year later, and it's just the fry has not rotten, the fry has not changed. Some of y'all have picked the fry up and ate it just a second. No, I'm just kidding. But it doesn't change. The fries taste the same whether you're in Memphis or you're in Houston. The fries taste the same whether you're in Chicago or Canada. The fries taste the same. The fries are always the same. Watch this. Do they have a Big Mac on every McDonald's menu? Right? Come on, what's the recipe to the Big Mac? 2 all beef patties. Come on. Y'all don't know. Stop acting like y'all don't know. It's 2 all beef patties, lettuce, onions, tomatoes, right? All on a sesame seed bun. Stop acting like y'all look so bougie. Y'all, she said no. Come on, what's the recipe? Y'all put it in the comments. I know it's 2 all beef patties. But my point is, you don't go, watch this, you do not go to McDonald's and order filet mignon, right? You don't go to McDonald's and order crab. You don't go to McDonald's and order lobster. But how is McDonald's generating billions and billions of dollars every single year? System. Are you with me? System. They don't have the best tasting food. They've got teenagers running the daily operations. But watch this. If you wanted to go purchase, do you know why people purchase at McDonald's? They don't purchase at McDonald's because they want to eat McDonald's. They purchase at McDonald's because McDonald's has a proven success system that they know if they plug into that system that McDonald's has, there's a guarantee that they'll have success. Now, what does it cost to start a McDonald's? First of all, you got to pay depending on where it is, $1.2 million. Shucks. It's between, friend, you can Google this. Somebody Google it. Type up, Google, how much does it cost to purchase a McDonald's franchise? Put it in the chat. Y'all let us know. It's between 700, I just want you to know that I'm not making this up. It's between $750,000 to $1.2 million to purchase a McDonald's franchise. Okay? Yeah. All right, here it is. Pam, did you put that in there? Let me see this here. All right. Yeah, see, look at it. The total investment necessary to begin operations of a traditional McDonald's franchise ranges from $1 million to $2.2 million. This includes an initial franchise fee of $45,000 that must be paid to the franchisor. Are y'all in the comments? Now, Pam, do me a favor. You're a part of the research team. I want you to Google what the average profit is of a McDonald's franchise owner, what they make per year. Now, this is about to shock you. Y'all about to be like, what? Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Tonight, remember, we're talking about systems. Okay. Talking about systems. Now, all right. So between 1 million, 2.2 million, there's a 45. How many of y'all got about $1 million to 2.2 million just laying around to purchase? No. So guess what people got to do? Most people, what they have to do is they've got to go get a loan from the bank or from a lender. Say, hey man, it's this McDonald's around the corner that I want. I need that. Let me get that $1 million. All right. So here we go. Pam, okay, here's Pam. Pam says roughly, all right, here we go. Roughly 150,000. Michelle Wolf says $150,000. Hold on, let's go back up. Started with franchise netting an estimated annual profit of roughly $150,000. 150. Do you know what I would do if I only made 150 grand for the year? My son's milk is $400 a month. Yeah, Aiden don't drink Similac. He bougie. He already bougie. He's 3 months and he's bougie. He can't even drink Similac. What's the other milk y'all got out there that these babies supposed to be drinking? Similac. What's the other one with Enfamil? All that stuff. He can't even drink it. He burping all over the place. It's just we have to order his milk. You can't go to Walmart, Albertsons, Kroger's. We can't go to Whole Foods. We got to go online and order. It's $400, not 400. 400. 150 grand a year. So, system. Why are people willing to go and pay this is to start between $1 million to $2 million for a McDonald's? All right, let's do some math. Quick math. Y'all ready? Here we go. 150,000 for the year, and that's not net. That's gross. All right, 150,000 divided by 12, $12,500 a month. Huh? All right, so, all right, I'm coming. You get started at It Works for how much? $99, right? You get started, $99. You boost your pack. Come on, boost it. You need to boost your pack. Some of y'all just $99 kits. No, I don't sponsor people and tell them it's just, no, that's your franchise fee. Remember, McDonald's, the franchise fee is $45,000. That's their kit. Their kit is 45 G's. Your kit is $99. Now, boost your pack, meaning you need to order some burgers, order some fries. Guess what? After you buy the McDonald's, you still got to order product, right? Because you expect customers, right? So you order your products. I tell people when I sponsor them, now this is high level. Y'all ready? Lean in, lean in. This is high level. If you start them right, they'll finish right. Some of you are selling a multi-million-dollar business with a $99 kit mindset. So you're not sponsoring people. No, you're not sponsoring people. You know what you're doing? You're a kit salesperson. That's why you got to recruit 20, 30, 40, 50 people a month, because all you're doing is selling kits. No. I would say, once I sponsor them, I find out what they want. Why are they getting started? Then I tell them, okay, you need to put together a budget. What I recommend, and always use those words, what I recommend and strongly suggest, I I never tell people what to do. I only give them a recommendation, just like their physicians. When you go to the physician and you tell them what's wrong, right? They'll give you, they put you on the thing, they scan you, they check your pulse and all that. Then they come out, they'll tell you, they give you a diagnosis, and they tell you, here's my recommendation. It's up to you, the patient, to follow the physician's recommendation. So I recommend and strongly suggest put together a budget of $200, $500, or $1,000 for a product budget. I'm saying when they get started, some of us, you just sign them up, $99. Guess what? $99 has 0 BV. Now, again, remember I said this high level. I already know some of you, you're like, oh my God, where are they going to find $200 from? Where are they going to give $500? You don't understand, Jared. Jared, we're in a pandemic. Where do you expect people to find $1,000 from, Jared? Oh my God, you're being insensitive. Trump had 59,000 people at his rally in Pennsylvania in the middle of a pandemic. People buy on emotion and justify with logic. Are you listening to me? Now, whether you voted for Trump or not, that's not the point. I'm just telling you, people do what you don't think they can do. Are you listening to me? They buy on emotion and justify with logic. If you sell the business, remember, recruiting system, retaining system, replicating system. If you sell the business as a $99 business, you will be in it works for 20 years trying to get to diamond. I don't sell it as a $99 business. When I sat down with Mark Pentecost and I sat down with Mike Patello and we were talking, before I made my first call, before I called anybody, I sat down, I put together, I said, okay, in 5 years, our organization will, you guys want to do what? You want to grow by $500 million a year within 5 years? Okay, we're going to be 100 million of that 500. That's before I made my first call. Why? I was talking to a partner of mine today, and this partner ran right to diamond really quickly. They got to diamond. They took some time off from their business because it was so fast. Then their business started to fall apart. Then they're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can. What are you talking about? What are you? Oh, there's a difference between playing the lottery and building a business. Are you listening to me? I'm talking about recruiting now. I'm talking about retaining. I'm talking about replicating. I 5-year goal. I already said 100 million. How's it going to happen? That's none of my business. How it happens is none of your business. Where are we going to find the people? I don't know. I just set the goal. I write the goal down. I put the intention down. I make sure my motive is clear. I make sure my focus is clear. And that's what you focus on. Whatever you focus on expands. Write it down, please. Whatever I focus on expands. For some of you, you've got your social media accounts. I'm coming. Here it is. You've got your social media accounts on private. And I asked you why. You said, because I don't want everybody in my business. Listen to the affirmation. I don't want everybody in my business. I want everybody. I don't want them all in. My stuff is public. Write this down. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. Just had a new partner come on board. I think they've been in business less than a week. First 48 hours, they put 20 people in the business. 48 hours. 20 people. They'll grow within their first 30 days, they'll go from 20 to over 200. And I'm not talking about selling 200 kits either. No. That ain't how we build. I'm talking about going from 30 days, you go diamond. Diamond is 8,000 in volume. Why? Because we're not selling a bunch of kits. So recruiting or a system of approach has to do with your philosophy. That's why I wanted you to see what McDonald's, the value that McDonald's puts on their system is between $1 million to $2 million. Now watch this. They don't even trust that you're going to follow their system, so they charge you upfront in full, and they send you to Hamburger University. It's a real Google. You think I'm lying? I know you think I'm lying. Hamburger University is in Chicago. Yes. So you want to run a McDonald's? You got to go to Hamburger U. Because we don't trust that you're not going to come in here and say, you know what? I don't think we need 2 all beef patties. We need 3. They know how you get. They're like, well, we just want 1 all beef patty. No, 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 no. They make sure you follow their system. Now, that was all my introduction. We're at 8:32. We're doing great on time because tonight we're gonna focus on step number 2. Now, this is on our team website, thesystemthatpays.com. Thesystemthatpays.com. Now, you go to step number 1. Step number 1, we talked about this on last week's session, so I'm not going to invest any time on step number 1. You want to get step number 1, get the recording of last week's session. Let's pick up step number 2. Very important. Step number 2 talks about building a list of contacts. I know we started here last session. I want to now finish this. Step number 2 means you're going to build a list of contacts. Build a list of contacts. What? Operative word, build. Okay? We're going to build a list of contacts. Here's what the system says. I want you to treat this system like it cost you, like you had to mortgage your home to purchase our system. The reason why most people don't follow the system, it didn't cost you enough. It didn't cost you enough. If I earned what the average McDonald's person earned, not employee, the person that owns the franchise, it'll be a problem. The system I'm showing you is a system that what the average earnings of a McDonald's franchise, this system has produced those earnings sometimes in 60 days, sometimes in 90 days. But the challenge with some of us is we don't sell out to the system. Tonight, this session is about selling out to the system. Removing your little idiosyncrasies and your caught up conjecture and selling out to the system. You hear a part of our system, I tell you about 18 months. I talk about 18 months of focus. Why? Because I know it takes a while for some people to sell out. But you put together a list of 50 potential loyal customers and 50 potential business partners. Take inventory of who you can share your products and services with. Your cell phone, social media accounts, email databases, all consist of people who have what? Some sort of relationship with you and want to hear what you have to say. This is very important. We call it your warm market. Some of your warm markets are warmer than others. Write this down. Success in this business, your first year of success in this business, you will either be rewarded or punished for how you lived your life prior to getting started. Your first year in this business, you will either be rewarded or punished for how you lived your life prior to getting started. One more time. Your first year in this business, you will either be rewarded or punished for how you lived your life prior to getting started. Most people don't want to come to their warm market or call their warm market about the business because they know how they've been living. Look straight ahead. No, don't look to the left or to the right. You may see somebody looking crazy. Look straight ahead on the Zoom. Everybody can tell me. My warm market, I felt confident and comfortable to call them because I know how I lived my life prior to getting started with It Works. Oh, well, Jerry, you brought over a whole bunch of people with you. That's how you guys got to presidential in 60 days. You're damn right. How I lived my life prior to getting started. Do you think I was born with an umbilical cord and all these people? No. I had to live my life in a certain way. Michelle, does that make sense? I know I said the D word, I'm sorry. But, I just, y'all forgive me. I'm saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. And still, sometimes I'm missing. All right? If you talk to me one-on-one, you may hear other curse words. God is working with me on that. He is. I'm telling you, because I get fired up. I just be one. Sometimes I talk to y'all how I talk to myself, David. So y'all forgive me. It ain't gonna be a bunch of F-bombs and all that. We don't do that. You're not gonna see me smoking no weed on camera and all that. No, we ain't crazy like that. I mean, I don't do that. Other people, they may do that. That I'm not down and I'm just telling that ain't what we do. Now, what was I saying? Warm market. Warm market. We still on the system, okay? Now, how you lived your life prior to getting started. Do you have a recruitable warm market? Now, some people, your warm market may be warmer. Some of you, you're going to have people say, well, you go be successful first, then I'll join. Or when you become a millionaire, call me. They're lying. They're still not going to join. They're just not. But the key to the system is putting together a list of at least 100 people. Now, some of you dilute our system. You say, oh, put together a list of 22 people. That is not the system. We'll put a list together of your top 35. That is not the system. Do you want people to succeed? Have them sell out to the system. You find out what they want. I'm going to bring Courtney and Ben on real quick. Watch this. Yes, y'all are coming on. Smile, real big for the camera. I talked to Courtney and I talked to Courtney Benson and I talked to John. I told them, I said, yes, come on. I talked to them and I told them, I said, listen, what do you want? What do y'all want to accomplish? I sat down and I wrote it down. Good deal. Told them, Courtney, you need to put together a list. Courtney and John, how many people did you invite to your first Zoom call?
I think 22.
22.
No.
Something like that.
No, I think it was 15 or 16.
15 or 16. How many people did we have on it?
A lot.
A lot.
12.
Yeah. Like
12.
Yeah.
13.
12, 13 people. Guys, it took, they made some phone calls. They reached out to some people, had 12, 13 guests on their first Zoom call. First Zoom call. Call lasted maybe 30 minutes, whatever it was. Did we enroll some people from the Zoom call?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's the what? System, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Courtney and John. I'll come back to you in a second. Panya, let me bring Panya on real quick. We're right in the middle of launching. We just did the second launch Zoom today. First Zoom call we did. How many did you invite, Panya?
Oh my God. Ooh. Us as a whole, we probably invited about 60 people.
60 people. Panya, where did y'all find 60 people? Where y'all, did they rain down like manna from heaven? Where did you find 60 people to invite to a Zoom?
We utilized our warm market.
Oh, system. Did you make phone calls? Did you send a message? What did you do to invite them?
We called, we used the invite that you got. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. The invite worked? Did you write down a list? Did you put together a list?
We did.
How many people on your initial list did you write down?
On my initial list, I probably had, let's see, my first list, I had like 40 people on my first list.
Did you hear her? Are y'all listening? Her first list. Patty, let me ask you a question. When did you go into the system? When did we put you in the system?
Last week.
Last week. Are y'all listening? Last week, not last year, last week. Her first list that she wrote down, were these people in your phone or something?
Yeah.
They're in your phone. Guys, listen, here's a homework assignment. We're on step number 2 of the system. Go to your phone. Come on, go to your phone, go to contacts. If you got an iPhone, when you go to contacts, you go to your contacts, you just click the phone feature, go to contacts, you can click Z and scroll all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and it'll show you how many contacts you got. I've got 2,902 contacts in my phone. This is why I'm not moved or fazed if people quit my business or quit their business. I will replace yourself. I will replace you. Like that. Oh, Jared, that sounds so arrogant. It sounds so egotistical. No, I just know the system. Panya, how many people did we have on that first call?
44.
44. A week, 44. We just had our second call today. How many did we have on the second call?
38.
38. Let's do some quick math. Can we, class? Here we go. You ready? 44 plus 38 is 82 exposures. 2 calls, 82 people. Why is this important? Because the system works. I don't care if it's 44 people on the call. It doesn't matter to me if it's 14 people on the call. It doesn't matter to me. Listen, if it's 4, let me go to Rhonda. Rhonda, Giselle, let me unmute you. Guys, I'm giving you social proof tonight. I'm not talking to you about what I did a year ago. I ain't talking to you about what I did 2 years ago. That money's spent. I'm hundreds of thousands. I'm talking about what I did last week. In the middle of a pandemic. Write this down. I am going to prosper in a pandemic. Write it down. I am. That's the declarative. I am going to prosper in a pandemic. While everybody else is looking around, oh my God, I wonder. No. I am, come on, going to prosper in a pandemic. Yes. Why? Because everybody connected to me wins. Would you declare that? Everybody connected to me wins. See, leadership, true leadership. I'm not talking about social media leadership. That ain't what I ain't talking about. Anybody can craft and post and look. No. I'm talking about true leadership. True leadership requires a steady hand. Not the sporadic stuff. One day you're up, one day you're higher than a kite, the next day you're lower than a pregnant ant. I'm talking about real steady leadership. I'm here. I'm focused, whether it's 4 people, 44, 444, I am focused. This is not luck. Well, maybe it is. L-U-C-K. Labor under correct knowledge. Write that one down. Labor under correct knowledge. I always tell you, you're one person away. How long, Juarez, Coach Juarez, how long have you heard me say that? I'm one person away from a major explosion. Haven't I been saying that? So when the people show up, you're like, oh, you got lucky. No, I've been saying it. As you speak your word, man, so shall it be done. If you, guys, when you learn this stuff, when you get this, I'm telling you, nothing can shake your faith. Rhonda, we did your first call when?
Last Wednesday.
Now, Rhonda, how long you been in business?
In January.
January. Rhonda, you're a diamond?
I am.
You've been in the business since when?
January.
January 2019?
January
2020?
January of this year, 2020.
Oh, January 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rhonda gets started January 2020. Is that right, Rhonda? Giselle?
Yes.
Okay. Now you've been building, because obviously you've been doing something, you got to diamond, right? What had you been doing to get to diamond? Because we just are now doing your first call last week.
Social media. I've been primarily targeting social media. Yeah.
Social media. So for all of you that leverage social media, you're great with posting and continue to do it. I'm not saying stop it. Ron, have I told you to stop?
No.
No. Some people are like, oh, Jared, oh man, I don't want, oh no. No. If you're having success with that, do it. Now, Giselle, you came to me, you said, Jared, I'm ready to talk to us about why you said you were ready to do that. Do a launch call.
I feel as though social media is great. It's helped me really get out of my shell. I'm an introvert at heart, but I do want to take my business to the next level. I feel as though, and this is just being very transparent, social media being able to build the way I have has allowed me to have a full sense of confidence. And so I didn't realize how challenging it would be to pick up that phone, where you're faced with having a conversation with someone, connecting. And like JARROD said, it kind of puts you on a spot where you're like, well, how did I live my life up until then? You know, because social media, I mean, I work out, I'm very consistent. I practice what I preach, but the people in my phone, they know me. And so I honestly just didn't believe I could do it. My lack of confidence didn't allow me to tap into that, and social media just felt easier to me. So I just, honestly, I took the easier way around.
But it was easy, the easier, quote unquote, easier way, but it still worked, right?
Quote unquote, yeah, it works.
It
Yeah,
worked.
everything works. I want to take my business to a whole nother level.
So now tell me this. You said it was challenging picking up that phone.
Man,
Right.
I checked it out so many times.
So what would happen when you were picking up the phone? I mean, was it a heavy weight? I mean, did you feel like you were doing curls?
Yeah, the muscle was being stretched. Yeah, it's being stretched.
Muscle was being stretched. Your first call we did, how many people were on that first call?
I had 5 people on there.
5 people on her first call. Y'all give it up. Y'all get in the chat. Get in the chat, celebrate her. Come on, hand claps in the chat. I need it in the chat. Get it in the chat. Please do that. See, here's the deal. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. If we won't celebrate the 5, the 50 will never show up. I told you, I don't care if it's 5, 50, or 500. I know what happens with building. The more you do it, the stronger you become. The same passion that I would present to 5 prospects with would be the same passion I present to 50 with. It'd be the same I present to 500 with. Rhonda, we did it. Rhonda says, oh, I need to do my second one. Right?
Right away.
Right away. So here's what I did. Here's leadership. I said, Rhonda did her first one. We talked about it. We did our debriefing after it. We talked about doing the second one. I told her, hey, I'm doing another call for another lady. I need you to do a testimonial on it. So you remember I told you, recruit, retain, replicate. I invited Rhonda on Panya's call to give a testimony because I wanted her to see someone else doing it too. She gets on Panya's call. She's like, oh, my Sunday. She said, where did she get all these people from? You know how we get. She calls me afterwards. She's like, oh, I'm ready for my second one. I guarantee you on her second Zoom, she'll have more than 5 people there. Why? She'll invite more. Why? Her belief is stronger. Are you with me? That's a part of the retaining system and the replicating system. My question for you is this. Have you built a list? Write this down. Let me give you some statistics real quick. And then we're done. Yeah, because I got another call. All right, so write this down. 7 out of 10 people, Sally, this is good. 7 out of 10 people never do anything besides join. So for all of y'all beating yourselves, oh, I'm not a good leader. Where are all the people? It's not you, baby. 7 out of 10 never do anything besides join. That means 7 out of 10 people never do anything. They don't even get past step number 1, Courtney. 7 out of 10 people. Means 7 out of 10, all they do is pay $90. Do you know there'll be people that join for $99 and buy $1,000 worth of product and they never do anything beyond that? So we're working with 30%, but I want to show this to you. Very important. Remember I told you, you got to do it first. You put this list together. Go through your phone, build your list, take inventory. Then I want you to listen to this training, how to invite, because there are things that you need to say and things you should avoid saying to invite people to your Zoom presentations. I always encourage people to listen to this 16-minute training 7 times. Oh my God, 7 times? 7 times. Jared, I don't have time to listen to it 7 times. Okay. All right. No problem. I'll find somebody that'll listen to it 7 times. Don't worry. It could be you or it could be somebody else. I would love for it to be you. I do. How many of you want to have the McDonald's franchise income without the McDonald's franchise overhead? I mean, you know, I'm just saying. You got 150 grand coming in and you have no employees. You have no leases on any buildings. You're not supervising teenagers. You're not trying to figure out, okay, is this one coming in? Because, you know, teenagers, they're not the most dependable. Some days they coming in, the next day they're not. So you notice the franchise owner, they always got to be at the place. You learn the system and you do and duplicate the system. Yeah, listen, and I'm not telling you stuff, this is not theoretical. And it works. We've got multiple people on the team that are diamonds, double diamonds, triple diamonds, even presidential diamonds. I'm not doing the work for them. I'm not building their business for them. You know what you owe your people? Because some of you have this, I call it the fear of success guilt. Well, if they're not successful, no, your job is to be an example and to teach the system. That's it. Your job is to be an example. I am not responsible for people's success. That's why I don't take credit for their success. I don't say, well, you know, I'm the one that promoted Tracy Fisher to triple. No, I didn't. I didn't promote Perry Beasley to double. I didn't promote, Wayman to double. I didn't promote Bridget to double. I did not. No, I didn't promote Giselle to diamond. I didn't promote Coach Juarez to ruby. I didn't promote Pam and Sunyata to emerald. No, I didn't. They did the work. You become the example, teach the system. So assignment, here's the assignment, here's the assignment. Your assignment, complete step number 2. Okay, complete step number 2. Now, for some of you like, well, I build online. Fine, build online. But I want you to be, listen, I want you to be ambidextrous in your approach. I want you to be ambidextrous. I want you to have the option to use both hands. Because what if, now I thought about this yesterday, I pray it don't happen. I thought about this yesterday. You know, with all this election stuff and all the stories that are being posted on Facebook and you know, a lot of people leaving Facebook, going over to, what's it called, Parler or something like that? There's a lot of that going on. And now they're having to put little labels on there and this, that, and the other. I was listening to an interview and the politician was saying, yeah, we're going to be meeting with big tech. What if, I'm not saying this will happen, I don't know, but what if they tell Facebook and Instagram they ban them in the US? Remember, like a month or 2 ago, some of y'all like, nah, that'll never happen. Trump was about to ban TikTok. How many of y'all remember that conversation by show of hands? They could literally, what if they said because of all of the propaganda, it's all type of stuff, because anybody can put anything on social media and folks take that information and run with it like it's verifiable, like it's true. Like there were people making pranks of ballots that they were, you know, oh, this ain't the right one, they were throwing it away. And people were reposting it saying, see, this is where all the ballots went. And then we have to wait for a day or 2 later for the original poster to say, no, that was a prank. Here's the original video of me prank. I wasn't working for the election. And so because of that, they're going to now be sanctioning. They're already got the governments. They're already meeting with Twitter. They're already meeting with Facebook. What if they come and say, you know what, we banning y'all for a year? What would happen to your business then? If you could not log into Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or YouTube for a whole year. Well, they kept us with YouTube. What if you couldn't log, like, Now remember about a year ago, think this was a year ago. Remember, Facebook had these glitches and it was down. How many of y'all remember that? Like it was like a year. And then Instagram, same thing. How many of you know people were panicking? Like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. I just had a friend of mine, these buddies of mine, they were with another company doing extremely well. They decided to leave that company and start their own company, competing company or whatever it was. And do you know that they had enough distributors file a complaint into Facebook and they took her entire Facebook social media down. They shut her account down. That's why I want you to be ambidextrous. Whereas you can build online and offline. You can write with your right hand and with your left hand. I remember when I cut my fingers on my right hand. I used to play basketball a whole lot when I was younger, a whole lot. And I would never use my left hand to dribble the ball. I would always go right, always go right. You know, my little left hand was just, it was just there. I would go a little bit, but I would always finish with my right, go on my right. And I cut my fingers on my right hand. And I was in a cast for about 6 months. And I wanted to play basketball so much. Oh, I loved playing basketball. I literally had to learn how to use my left hand in those 6 months. And they took the cast off and I went through therapy. They fixed my fingers and everything. I got back on that court. And how they used to play me, shucks. They would always play me to my right. But they didn't realize I had been working on my left. So the same things they used to do before wouldn't stop me. Because sometimes the things that hurt the most is what helps the most. So I want you to take inventory this week here. Because session 3, we're going to talk about next week what we do with this list, how we process this list. See, this is step number 2. You can go to the website. Step number 3, this is next week's session. Hosting, for ship and ship. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this strategy of how to explode your business, how to invite people, and then the art of presentation. How do you present to these people? How you invite them, how they show up, how you present to them, and how that begins to multiply. How you take a new person, because I don't look at a person that I enroll into the business as one person, Tony. I look at that one person as a doorway to 1,000. That's why now we've been in It Works for over 2 years. I've probably sponsored 60 distributors in 2 years. And we've taken 60 and turned it into over 50,000. It's not an accident. No, notice I didn't say I said we have taken the 60 and it's turned into almost 50,000. I look at one person as a doorway because my job, once I sponsor them, is I want to get into their warm market. I want to get into their warm market. So that's what we're going to teach on next week. Session 3. How many of y'all excited? Y'all ready? Did y'all learn something tonight? Did we learn anything tonight? Y'all light up the chat. Let me know if you learned something tonight. Appreciate your time and your attention. Appreciate each and every one of you for being on tonight. Thank you for joining us on the Mastermind. The replay will be available shortly, probably within the next few hours or what have you. But definitely appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you on session 3 next week, Monday. Don't be late. Make sure your team's here because now we're going to show you how to multiply. Make sure you complete list number or step number 2. Refine it, define it, refine it, and we'll be ready for session number 3 Monday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. God bless you. God bless your families. And God most certainly bless your dreams. Good night, everybody.